Hey everyone, I'm Superdazzer.
And I'm Pearly.
And welcome to another episode of SMITE Community Concepts.
Our first concept of the episode was submitted with this art, so our artist made this art based on the submitted art. The main body of Geb in this skin would be a small pirate ship with a pirate flag on top. His limbs would be barrels, with his left arm having an octopus inside it, and his right arm having seaweed, both of which would look like fingers. His face would be made of stone, and he would have an eye patch and a seaweed beard. He would also have an anchor in place of his crotch area. For his first ability, Rollout, Geb would transform into a boat, and after a while in the ability, a wave would rise. For Shockwave, his second ability, Geb would smash the ground and create a wave. For Stone Shield, his third ability, the shield would be made of either rocks or broken wood. And his ultimate, Cataclysm, would look similar to High Sea Sobek's ultimate, where cannons would rise up and fire.
Hey, do you remember about 4 months ago where you guys voted for the winner of Year 2 of SMITE Community Concepts? Well, that vote ended in a tie between Trick or Treat Arpwatch and Coral Reef Sylvanus, so we need your help again. In the description you will find a link to the straw poll where you can vote for your favourite between the two. Down there you can also refresh your memory of what the two concepts included by watching their clips. The voting will end 3 weeks after this video is released. Now back to the episode. For our next concept, Sol would be made of candle wax, and she would look like she does in Boyonce's art, with a fancy ornate candelabra type motif. Her waxy hair would be constantly melting due to the burning candle wick on her head, and she would talk like a high-class American princess. For her first ability, Radiance, Sol would drop a ring of candle wax on the floor that would have minor bubbling effects. For Stellar Burst, her second ability, she would throw an orb of candle wax, which would swirl outwards as if it was melting, and then swirl back inwards to reform again. For her third ability, Disapparate, the lit candle wick on her head would start to melt her down, leaving a trail of wax behind her. And for her ultimate, Supernova, drops of hot wax would drip down from the sky, hardening and shattering upon reaching the ground.
And for the final concept of the episode, Tater submitted this art with a submission, which our artist took inspiration from to make this art. Batz would take the look of a train conductor. He would wear a conductor's hat, a neck bandana, and he would have grease and oil stains on his outfit. His usual weapon would be replaced by a big wrench. His recall animation would be him riding a small train whilst pulling an invisible whistle and screaming choo choo, and he would have a southern accent that's not too deep. For Somersault, his first ability, he would jump and swing off of the lug nuts using his wrench before landing on the ground. For Overhand Smash, his second ability, he would slam his wrench on the ground, sending up a small splash of oil. For his third ability, Sacred Monkey, he would throw out a small dark locomotive that makes a choo-choo noise as it bounces from enemy to enemy. And for his ultimate, Fear No Evil, Batz would raise a massive railroad crossing sign that would go absolutely nuts with flashing and blaring bells that happen when a train crosses a crossing, with the sound of a train blaring its horn as well. And that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching.
The winner of last episode was Artio of Oz Artio by Guy. Click the card on screen to go watch that episode.
You can also vote for your favourite from this episode by clicking the little eye in the top right corner of the video.
Subscribe for more, like if you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye bye.